Amber Nash, the voice of your favorite HR nightmare Pam Hoovy. Welcome to our Archer Rewatch podcast. We are currently covering a whopping 13 episodes of Archer for season 2 with a bunch of super fun guests. Welcome to Rephrasing.
Hey guys, and welcome to season 2, episode
6.
I'm your host, Amber Nash, and here with me as always we have...
I'm Casey Willis, executive producer on Archer.
And...
I'm Christian Danley. I was an editor on Archer.
Together with our guest today, we're going to talk about Tragical history. A depressed Cyril meets a charming man who offers him a way to make his coworkers look up to him. However, gullible Cyril unleashes a computer virus that might destroy the office and get all his coworkers killed. Today's guest is an actor, puppeteer, and show business professional. Hailing from the Motor City, he studied theater at Wayne State University. Later, he was a regular on the Food Network series Good Eats, was a constant contributor and creator in the live theater and puppetry scenes in Atlanta, and hosted the long-running Lucky Yates talk show. Most recently, he co-authored the comic Lester of the Lesser Gods with artist Eric Powell. You know him as the voice of Dr. Krieger. Please welcome Lucky Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Nice.
Oh, please, stop. Calm down, everybody.
That should always have to be shouted over. That presidential
Over the fucking, that Stars and Stripes forever, baby.
Yeah.
Do you think all those crowds for all these recordings were like hundreds of years ago that they got
there's
all
a-
these original sounds?
It's all dead people. We're all dead. You're listening to ghosts.
That's, laugh tracks. Still, any show that still uses one, if they still do, there's like this giant machine in LA, and there was only one of them, and it was made for like I Love Lucy or some shit. And it was every sort of laugh, and like you had to fucking apprentice to become a runner of the machine, and it was like the chortle, the fucking slide chuckle, the 5 people laugh, the uproar, and
How big is this
still
thing?
to this day, if laugh tracks are used in LA, they will use some of that stuff in it.
Wow.
Like it still exists.
And was
I mean,
it
it has
just
to-
like big buttons?
Yeah, like
gotta-
this giant,
it's gotta
like,
be a
it was
huge
apparently
machine.
like a pipe organ type thing.
If you fit all those people inside of it, it's got to be huge.
Yeah, all those little people.
I wonder if it still exists somewhere. I need to see this.
Oh yeah,
live.
absolutely. In LA, it's out in LA somewhere.
Whoa, that is very cool.
Josh Dean knows where it is.
I wanted to say that I appreciate how much Lucky participates in our show. Lucky's a good friend of ours, but he's on our show constantly, and we really appreciate it. Lucky.
That's right. Lucky.
Nice.
I
pleasure.
venture to say you're our favorite guest. I was
Oh.
telling
I'm
Casey.
that's just because I'm the one most willing to say yes.
Well, I was telling
I understand
Casey
how it
that
works.
today I was like, it's Lucky and the three of us, like, there's just no pressure. I really don't have to do much work to get ready for this
No,
show.
I mean we're like
it's
4
the
real life
easiest.
friends that
Yeah.
can just sit here and shoot the shit about
It's
anything
the
for an hour.
easiest scenario. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question before we get into the episode, Lucky.
Yeah.
And I think I know the answer, but I don't know that the viewers do. Okay, so I have no memory of what's happened to me in my life. And you used to always say that because through improv and smoking weed that you had no memory either. But you also have like encyclopedic memory about certain things. So
Yeah.
when it comes to memories of being in the recording booth on certain episodes, do you have memories of certain days that you worked on Archer, or is it all
Sure,
just
yeah, sure, absolutely.
Okay, so like when
But
you,
I can't recall them. Like,
Yeah.
did I like if this episode? I don't remember. Do I? No, yes, of course I do, because this is the first time I did the Planet of the Apes rant, so I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
this episode
wait
absolutely,
to
because
talk
that was a
about it.
lifelong dream come true. I don't remember, however, I make this really fucking weird choice when Krieger is talking all romancy to Mitsuko, and he's like, "My little cherry blossom." I go like way high up in this weird place. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? What was that?
that's so funny. And I don't know if you know this, but in the Archer Wiki, there's a whole section about the Heston rants. Have you seen?
Oh
this?
yeah, right on. Is there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's great.
Which
That's
is
awesome.
amazing because also there was just recently a Reddit thread where somebody was like, "Oh, I didn't realize this was a Planet of the Apes reference." This scene, I was like, "What?" But people, new people are born every day. So
As soon as I read it in the script, I think I texted Adam and I was like, "This is a lifelong dream come true, dude. That I get
Well,
to
you
fucking
nailed it, man.
record this."
you nailed the read.
I tried to get it as close to old Chuck as I could.
Great work.
Oh boy. Okay, let's get into the cold open. So the gang is drunkenly playing darts, boys versus girls, and we see Pam's Schützenmeister machine for, I think, the first time. Is this the first time we see this machine?
That
No,
is
we
under
saw-
dispute.
I think we saw it in season 1
Oh.
at a wake.
Okay.
But this
Also,
is
it's not boys versus girls. It's buoys versus gulls.
Yup, buoys versus gulls. Also, there's a separation of who's drinking, I guess, martinis. Is that what they're all
looks
have
like
in martini glasses? But it's all the girls, all the gulls, plus Cyril and Ray. It's everybody but Pam and Archer. And Archer's drinking whiskey, and Pam's got her. What is it? It's not Jaeger.
Schützenmeister.
Schützenmeister.
I'm glad we brought this up. There's a whole Reddit thread about, this is my second Reddit reference, about Schützenmeister and what a great layered reference it is. Let me bring it up. From Relative Conference 28, that Schützen means shooters or marksman.
Yeah, because Jaeger means hunter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice layered. And then Casey, we wanted to reference, is Schützen in the script? Is that called out? And have you brought up
It
the
is.
script?
It is in there in the stage directions. It says Pam is carrying the Schützenmeister machine.
And I don't remember when the Jägermeister machine came out that instantly cooled with the two bottles on top,
Right.
instantly cooled shots. But I'm guessing it had to have been the early 2000s.
I think
Oh,
it was
no.
definitely the 90s for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I think we had them in the 80s. But those things were around for a long time. You could always get cooled shots of Jaeger
Yeah.
It wasn't just in your
from
grandma's
a real
freezer.
bar. No, but they weren't in every bar. They became ubiquitous in the late 90s, early
Yeah.
2000s. But in bigger bars, they would have a Jaeger machine up there, and there weren't many people that would drink it because it's so medicinal tasting. I
wonder
love
if
that
there's
shit.
still a lot of them out
Yeah.
there.
Oh, I'm
people
sure you
still
could probably
doing
pick them up on
shots?
I think you
Facebook
need to get
Marketplace
one
for
for your house.
$2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
think
totally.
if
You
anybody-
guys should have one, Amber.
If
You and
anybody in
Kevin.
this group can confirm what was happening in bars and clubs in the late 80s, early 90s, it's Lucky Yates.
I was all over him, baby.
I worked at an Applebee's. So.
So what was the scene like at Applebee's?
Well, we didn't have a Jägermeister machine, but
But you
people
did
we
have
definitely
poppers.
we did have Jägermeister in the cooler, in the freezer
right, yeah.
section to be able to
if
pour.
you were a smart
ice
bartender, you
cold.
probably had it in the well down
Yeah,
there.
you
with
can't
some
drink
ice.
it hot. It
No.
it turns solid.
Yeah, right.
There is
Like coconut
another
oil.
liquor called Baron Jaeger,
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and it's
honey flavored.
yes, it's a honey liqueur. It's almost the opposite of Jägermeister.
Okay.
Where the first shot tastes like straight rubbing alcohol, but
Yeah.
then the aftertaste is honey.
To soothe
So
your
what-
soul.
Yeah.
Right, so one you're supposed to drink when you have a fever, and one you drink when you have a cold, right? You just have
yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Very
Starve
good.
a cold, feed a fever.
Yeah.
I feel like Baron Jaeger is like what you would drink in Athens, Georgia in the 90s. That was my
and
experience.
and a great bad guy from a movie.
I am Baron Jaeger. Oh my God! Run! He's gonna hunt us all.
So then Archer all but cinches it for the team of buoys, but Cyril chokes. And then we see that flashback. Oh my God, the flashback of Cyril and his disappointed dad.
The model for Cyril's dad, Casey, do you remember who was the, was it just an olded up Cyril?
I think it's just an olded up Cyril,
Great.
huge nose. I love
In
it.
a trench coat right off stage.
Black
Yeah.
trench coat and hat, standing
he
in
probably-
the wings
He
of
just
an
got off
elementary
his,
school.
just got from his salesman job, just got backstage, was just barely able to catch his kid's performance.
I think in later seasons we find out that Cyril's dad was a school superintendent. So
Yeah.
Oh, it makes
this
sense
looks like
that
it's
he would
at
be.
school. Why is
Yeah,
he
but yeah.
in a trench? He's like, I'm just gonna leave right after I see my son.
fuck it up.
Yeah. I'll take the coat off if he wins.
Yeah, and then I think it's Archer says, "Who do you think I am, Chokely Carmichael?" Is it Archer that says that?
No, he says, "Good work, Chokely Carmichael."
Oh, right. So I had to look up, just for those of you that don't know, Stokely Carmichael is the reference, and Stokely Carmichael was a prominent 1960s civil rights activist and leader of the Black Power movement.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there are so many references in this. I did a lot of Wikipedia-ing for this episode.
I also like render the salad unto Caesar. That's pretty good.
So great.
Yeah.
It was so fun. So do you guys think that the buoys versus gulls was just because they were hammered, or was it a maritime reference?
So I don't know if it's maritime reference, or are they in the Irish pub and it's supposed to be like how
like an
Irish people
accent.
say. Well, then it would be lass.
No,
Yeah.
because they wrote it on there, right? It's written in chalk. It's not
Yeah, it's
written
in chalk.
And so who's keeping score?
Lana? Maybe she's right by the dartboard.
No, I think it's
which
Ray.
makes
there,
sense.
Isn't it Ray?
I'll pull
Oh,
the
Ray
script
is
up. again.
Ray is.
It
writing
might
on
have
there.
been just a thing that Ray wrote on there, or just a gag that one of the fucking artists put on it, and there's no
We need
rhyme or
answers.
reason.
Yeah, we need answers,
I'm
and we
looking.
don't have them, and we'll never get them.
Yeah.
While Casey's looking it up, the only other thing that happens in the cold open, which is very impactful for the episode, is Cyril encounters a suave George Spelvin, who has a way Cyril can save the day. Is this the only time we see George Spelvin in the series?
Yeah,
Does
he
he come
never.
back?
I don't believe he comes back. It
Sarah
is.
Finwich comes back though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sarah Finwitz. Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
so,
I immediately I was like, oh shit, Peter Sarah Finwitz. I knew he did the James Mason. I didn't realize he was in it.
He
before.
has such an awesome voice too.
so
man. It's
great.
really.
Great.
It does say on page 2 of the script, Gillette looks back at them chalking up the score on the scoreboard. The gulls do in fact lead the buoys by 1.
How odd.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't mention anything else about. It just says interior bar.
I love
Yeah, it's probably just fucking Adam being silly. He's just drinking right?
So many of Adam's jokes are so high level that when he pulls off a thing where it's just like, I don't know, they write like gulls and balls. You're like, oh, Adam, only you can do that.
Yeah, only you can get away with it. Oh, the thing I like about this before the gang leaves is that we see the gang all hanging out at the bar. Krieger is yet to make that group. Like, he's still an outsider
Right.
Yeah.
at this point, right?
Yeah.
He's the weird guy. He's the weird science guy at the office. He's not really one of the gang yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
That's
His
a really good
evolution is
point.
great to watch.
Totally. When do you think it starts to tip where he becomes one of the regulars, one of the gang?
Whenever Adam just started having more fun writing shit with him. That's really what it becomes. But probably, I don't know. When was the last episode we did? Ooh, which I have a good story about too.
Oh,
The
right,
reason Krieger talks is killing Utney. Adam needed to balance out
Right.
the amount of people at the party, and so to give Cheryl a date, he just said it's Krieger now.
But Lucky did pick that episode for us to cover in season 0 because you said it was like the first time Krieger was really part of like the shenanigans off.
Yeah,
out-
the
out
first
of
time
the
he showed up.
headquarters.
And I liked the Prime Minister one, El Scandolo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
right. Yes.
because because it's the first time Krieger's a hero.
Right, yeah,
He
yeah.
fucking and so remember when we did that episode and I was like, I feel like shit was missing from what I watched. It was like there was no
Yeah.
potato gags.
Right.
Oh yeah.
And I watched it on Hulu and we couldn't figure out why. I was using my buddy's Hulu account. Somehow I got logged into the kids.
Oh
Hulu Kids. Still found Archer. Still found that episode. But it was edited, but with
Wow.
filthy things like put a salt or put a potato in your salty sauce and it'll absorb it.
Oh okay.
That's
well, it's insensitive
season
to
3
Irish
was
people.
low scandalo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I do want to ask about this voice for George Spelvin. So he's got such a incredible. It's such a suave voice, and it's such an incredible character. And then when I find out what he does, I'm like, oh, like he seems like he's gonna be like a spy or like like a I don't know, like work for the government, and then he's just like a securities guy.
Right, or like,
I feel like he's lying. I feel like he lies throughout the episode.
Yeah, you don't know what he is.
Right,
really.
okay.
I
feel
mean,
like
a
he
securities
probably was
guy
a
isn't
spy,
going to run around with two sexy ninja ladies.
and have an
Right.
apartment like Spelvin.
So I'll say it now. I think if they were to ever reboot the show and the gang has to get back together, Spelvin. So Archer and Pam are out in the field, right? They're fucking freewheeling it as free agents out there. Spelvin links up with them at some point. They realize he works for this thing, and he starts the agency back up.
Brilliant.
He's such a brilliant. He's like a male Mallory. I really noticed. I watched it twice this week, and I just watched it like before this. He's very much like a male Mallory. He fucking cuts into everybody. It doesn't matter. He's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's really good.
I was trying
Reboot it.
to think about when I became a fan of Peter Serafinowicz, and I can't like pinpoint the one thing.
Shaun
It's
of the
just
Dead.
Like, I mean, I think that's the first time I saw him in anything, but I wasn't like, oh, I love that guy. You know, he just plays like the jerky roommate, but like, I just have become such a big fan of all of his stuff, man.
Huge
Like the
fan.
Tick.
I think his tick was the best tick
Me too. I'm a fan.
out of all the ticks that have
And his
existed
work on
TV.
the Lucky music video by what's his
He's so
face?
great.
Pharrell.
By Pharrell. He plays the two-headed
Punk.
dancer in that music video.
So great. Okay, so then we get into Act 1, and the hungover gang waits for Pam to unlock the door. Cyril comes up. He's curiously chipper. Mallory's irate because the computers are infected with a strange pirate virus. Now, my question is this song, the Hunch Hunch, what?
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Do we know? Is it a reference to something?
I don't know.
When I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, this has always been something. Like, it felt like a reference to something.
Well, I know it lived on the Floyd County servers for a very long time. That song, that little pirate
That
video.
little video, yeah.
Yeah, it comes back many times throughout
And
the
I
show.
think it was like a hit out in the world. I feel like just everybody loved that little, and it harkened. Weren't people using it as their ringtones?
Yeah.
Doesn't
For sure. So
Don't
I
they
do
use them later
Give you
in the
how
show?
it was described in the script.
Okay.
please.
Krieger taps a key and an obnoxious 8-bit hip-hop music starts. A little 8-bit pirate with a parrot on his shoulder walks onto screen and does a dance yelling, "Hunch, hunch," and the parrot responds with, What? Repeat ad nauseum.
Yeah, great.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
It's so funny.
Also, the first appearance of Crackers.
That's what I
Yeah, right,
wrote.
right.
I was like,
Secret
is
crackers.
that bird the original Crackers is what I wrote down.
Yes.
And do you guys remember there was a time that there was like a bunch of ringtones that were like went out into the world, or it was like
Yeah,
an
like
app or
Cat
something?
Party? Do you remember Cat
Yeah,
Party?
because this would have been like 2010,
I'm on Dog
right?
Party
Somewhere
now.
around there when this episode came
in
out.
Frisky Dingo,
Yes.
a fundamental joke in Frisky Dingo was Killface trying to get Cat Party, the ringtone, on his flip phone. That was like a running joke all through Frisky Dingo. So that I think is like a little Frisky Dingo
callback
There's
carryover.
another one in this episode later on. I want to mention the briefcase. Oh, but also
Yes.
in Act 1. The cups the gang unlocking the front door is a scene that happens a bunch of times in Archer. But the thing I noticed in this one was the New York coffee cups they were holding.
Yep.
And
Yeah, the Greek ones.
that reminded me of a thing when a detective shows up in C-Lab when we were doing C-Lab, and Adam was very specific about this Greek style New York takeout coffee cup, and I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" He had to this was like in the late '90s find a picture of this coffee cup. So I know
Adam, Matt, and I all lived in New York at the same time, like right around 1990, 91. And those coffee cups were everywhere.
And they've been that
everywhere.
way since the 70s or something, right? I
Yeah.
think you
And
can
so it
it's a
was just
shorthand
this
for saying you're in New York.
ubiquitous
Yep.
New York thing, right? Like just
There is
seals
one
it.
place in Atlanta where they exist, and
Okay, well-
you're familiar with this place too, Christian, and it's the Park Grounds in.
Oh yeah, nice.
Park Grounds
yeah.
has these coffee cups.
Yeah, that's cool. It makes sense that Johnny would do that.
What is is there a story behind why the laundry is called 456 laundry?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, does this?
But also, this is out of order. Somebody pointed it out. Because we had to produce these episodes out of order. Things we've already talked about how Swiss Miss was not supposed to be the first episode of the season.
Right.
Yeah. We were supposed
so
to see
things
the
got-
aftermath of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Things got switched around. So 456 Laundry is still there and not Popeye's
Right.
Duds and Suds.
But we don't know what the 456 laundry reference is referencing.
And this is
Yeah.
not the weed code that Thompson and
No.
No.
That's 934 Texas.
And again, man, that gets brought up on Reddit all the time. They're like, "What's this reference?" And I'll often say, "Hey, it goes all the way back to C Lab." But not many people know that was the code that they would text their weed man. And they
Not
knew,
even text, they would send it to his beeper. Right?
Beeper.
Right, and that was Thompson's specific Texas-based code that they would get. It was New York again. They would get it delivered to their doorstep. A guy would ride up on a messenger bike and give them a bunch of great weed.
Yeah, really good. Like, he had to have a selection usually, the weed guys.
Wow.
Really awesome.
Wow.
Yep.
Cyril volunteers to try to deworm, but is rejected by the group. Then Cyril meets with Spelvin and explains that the code didn't work and he didn't save the day. And I loved, after all the champagne and hand jobs.
The girls are very fond of you. Because he always says, Cyril. He always does that, that R roll.
There are a bunch of great music stings in this act. There's one. So we were talking a little bit about the audio editing side, and this is like in season 2 when I think Archer's just kind of coming into its own editorially. You hear the song coming into the scene, and then there's really not any music at all until the scene ends. But there's a great music sting on the computer becoming a sentient being.
Yeah, it's really great.
I feel like that's like. We're Adam putting that thought on the table, right? Like now sentient computers exist in the art, the thought of it. Later that becomes like a thing that actually happens to the Archer crew.
Now, let me ask this question about, like, specifically about music stings. So, like, what you guys didn't have, like, there wasn't somebody that, like, scored the episodes, was there?
Not at this time. Later on, we did we got JG, who also did scoring for Venture Brothers.
Okay.
And he started scoring. But at this time,
So great.
most of the music was what's called needle drop. So you buy a library of music,
Okay.
Yep.
and you're able to put it. You've bought the rights to this, so you're able to put it into your show.
So I checked the credits on this episode because I was curious about who did the editing and the sound editing. Michael Kohler,
yeah.
Michael Kohler did sound editing, and Pierre is listed as dialogue editor. So I think this is still when Adam was like had a heavy hand. It's right in that transition period, right?
Yeah.
When we had Pierre on, he talked about, Casey brought it up, that was his episode was the first one where the studio was like, okay, you guys are great. This is the best edited episode we've ever had. And then Pierre became the editor of Archer. But it's all right here. You feel it all coming in these early episodes this season.
Wow. So do you think there was just like a bucket that was like, these are music stings that we're going to use?
And bucket
Absolutely.
is the correct term. That's what we would call it. We had just a bunch that we would go to. And then later on, when JG started scoring, he would also... Thrillwell. Thank you. He would also create like a bucket that then we would pull from, and then... So it would be stuff that he already created, and we'd use it as our scratch track in there. And then he would listen to it, and if he liked what he had, he'd be like, okay, let's use that same one, or I'm going to modify it a little bit.
Embellish it.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
That's
I mean, it was cool to work with, in the later seasons, a composer, because he's thinking about the episode in an entirety, like we're just
And the way the tracks would come named, like you could see the flow of like his thought process for the episode. It was really cool.
Fun.
he'd be a cool guy to get on as well.
When I think of composers like for television and movies, like I just imagine like this like idyllic life where they're just like, eating a sandwich and then playing on their keyboard while they watch something cool.
All I know is those videos of John Williams in front of like a huge orchestra with like Star Wars playing behind him.
Right.
That's what I think of.
Wiggling his arms around and taking credit.
That's a film composer to me.
I did want to note two things. One, when Pam opens the door, did you notice that little cow keychain she has?
No.
It was like a little cute cartoon cow. And I was like, man, that should have been a product.
Oh, yeah.
And was the pirate ever on a shirt? Like the pirate and the little bird would have been great merch,
I
too.
think I saw the pirate one time on a mouse pad. Do you remember mouse pads?
Well, your wrist, you could really hurt your wrist.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
You didn't even make it to a koozie. It was stuck on a mouse pad.
Much later, I think somebody made like a 3D printed pirate. So,
Cool.
like
pixelated.
Yeah, so he looked like a Lego.
Yeah, a little
It was so cool.
Fortnite pirate.
That's
Yeah,
fantastic. So then Spelvin offers Cyril a pile of money, and Cyril still thinks he'll be able to swoop in. But back at the office, Krieger realizes that the virus has infiltrated the ISIS mainframe, which is secured behind a steel door that can't be opened. And that's the end of Act 1.
What genius came up with that idea?
This one.
I also noticed that the virus looks to be on a zip disk or something similar.
Yeah, like an old-timey, large format disc.
It's even red.
Which even
And all the green turns to red after it's installed once it's compromised.
way back in the C-Lab days, didn't we have zip drives was it jazz drives? I can't remember.
I think
Jazz drive?
Yeah, but they're notorious for just failing. They would just die all the time. You'd have to have like 3 backups.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Nightmare.
Now, obviously, all the characters changed and developed over time, but I feel like Krieger kind of sounded the same from the beginning. Like, it seemed like you had a really good grasp of who this character was from the very beginning.
I mean, at this point, he's just, he pops up here and there. So there wasn't a lot to really grab onto.
He's just there being a weirdo.
Yeah, just being the weird science guy. The sort of the professor from Gilligan's Island. Like, a sciencey thing needs to happen, give it to him.
Yeah.
I love that once Mitsuko gets destroyed, he's just working on Mitsuko for the rest of the... Like, anytime you cut him, he's just doing that on that little level. He's
He'll
not
answer a
involved-
question, but not
not
well.
Oh, I thought we were putting all our eggs in the mainframe basket. Like, he's just designing a new one, which is great because he refers to that first one later on with second Mitsuko as you're just like
neat.
your mother.
Oh,
He's always hung up on how, like, he's pissed at the
rich
first
history.
one still. Yeah, it's great.
That's awesome.
Their relationship is great. And this is the first place it's been seen, Casey?
I think so.
I mean, it's like almost a throwaway cutaway joke, right? Where they're like, oh, he got New York to let him
100%.
marry a thing, and then we cut to it.
By the end of it, and we never see any sort of demise of Mitsuko, but she becomes a sentient being and also doesn't need a projector anymore. She's freewheeling it.
And also inspires lots of babes at cons to wear very little clothing.
It's the lazy man. The lazy man's dream costume is Krieger. Because it's just a lab coat, some khaki pants, and a brown tie, and then his poor girlfriend has to fucking go through this whole rigmarole and get a little sexy bridal gown, and with panties and
That's
stockings.
every woman's story with a
also-
man.
They don't have to do it. And I always tell those dudes, I'm like, Krieger appears in just his tidy whities a lot. Why aren't you doing that?
You could
Why?
go. Right.
If you're going to make her do the thing, do something other than trench coat, lab coat Krieger. He has so
Lucky-
many looks.
This reminds me of the time you and I were at a con together, just us, and I think it was like in Asheville or something, and this guy comes up to us with his beautiful girlfriend and is like, "Will you sign my girlfriend's ass?" And
That
I
was
like,
Tennessee.
"I'll sign your ass."
Yeah, that was in Tennessee.
And then he had to show me his man ass.
Yeah.
It was,
Nice.
Yeah, it was a little hairy and pimply.
a hairy
She signed
man.
it with a marker.
Nice.
But I also signed that. What did I? Did I sign her butt? Right? I
Maybe,
did sign
yeah.
her butt.
Yeah, this was like late in a hotel, like
Yeah,
area,
yeah. It was a weird. It was a
conference area.
tiny con. It was in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's. Did we meet?
Tiny Con, Nashville Tiny Con.
Yeah. It was great though. It was a really great con. That's where we had nothing but cakes for the first time.
Oh my God, we got
It was
obsessed
right
with
next to
it.
the
Nothing
Ross
but
Dress for
cakes.
Less. Right next to the
That's
draw. What's the old lady store? It wasn't Ross.
Ross, TJ,
Talbot's?
TJ Maxx.
Talbot's? Was it in Talbot's?
What about
And
Stein-
Taylor Loft.
What about
I think it might
Steinmart?
have been in Talbot's. It was specifically like an old lady store right next to Nothing But Cakes in the strip mall that was by the little tiny Holiday Inn Express or whatever the fuck this con was in. It was great.
We were the two big guests.
Yeah, it was like the time we did a con in Wisconsin at one of those indoor water park, amusement park,
nice.
movie theater, mall places.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
It was awesome.
Was it
And
a Great
it was-
Wolf Lodge?
It was an
Wolf- yeah,
anime
Wolf Lodge.
con. It was also an anime specific con. We were the two
Nice.
weird outliers that
Yeah,
why
okay.
are we here?
It's like the voice of Ken from Street Fighter 2. and Lucky Yates and Ever Dead.
And R.I.P. Siobhan, who is the body model for Cheryl Carroll. Her boyfriend at the time was this fucking super weirdo internet star on whatever back then was the current place you could be an
Okay.
internet star. And
Yeah.
we sort of hung out with him all weekend.
Neat.
And he was just sort of, he was
Vine famous.
he was just a hair shy of being too annoying to hang out with. Like he was just like right on both me and Amber's like, okay, yeah, well, like okay.
We did another con one time where we got paid in lobster in Portland, Maine. And
Wait,
the
live or
only-
cooked?
Cooked, because it was like lobster season, and they were just giving them away. They couldn't
Right, yeah.
get them out of there fast enough.
Yeah.
And the only other person in town was Bret Michaels, who was doing a free concert.
Oh, wow. So y'all three of you were lined up for lobsters?
Here's the deal. We're sitting in a little lobster shack type restaurant place, right? Bare lobsters and sandwiches and shit like that. Really great. And we're up on our outside table, up on the upper patio, and suddenly the beginning riff, I think of like Welcome to the Jungle, maybe?
Oh, no.
Started up and playing live, and we all, the four of us at the table, just sort of perked up, and I was like, if Axl Rose starts singing, I am gonna go ape shit that he's doing a concert right near here. It wasn't Axl Rose. It was Bret Michaels doing a tour of music through the decades.
What?
Yup.
boy.
Bret
He did
Michaels
like 30 seconds of other people's songs
A medley.
for like a whole evening.
Wow, I
He
don't
was
even
We went
remember.
Poison,
and watched.
right?
Don't you remember?
Yeah.
We went and watched a bunch of it.
I don't remember any.
Yeah, there was it was a parking lot concert,
Oh my god.
free to attend, like for some
You know,
veterans something going on. It was right on the pier.
Yeah.
He was in a band that had their own songs.
Yeah, Poison.
Does,
I think.
does he know that?
He was in Poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. This was. I don't remember if it was before or after the Bus of Love.
It was after. It was definitely after. I think.
I think it's called
alright.
Rock of Love.
Bus of
Bus
Whatever
of
the
Love
fuck
would
it's
be
called.
way better.
From Television City of Hollywood, this is the $100,000 Pyramid. Today's special guests are from
Lucky Yates.
Yes. Yes. I love how warbly it is. Coming through
That's
YouTube, it's
awesome.
perfect. It's perfect.
All right.
I
Right.
think that's plenty of intro. Let's
Yeah.
Okay.
and also Amber, if you agree,
Yeah.
Lucky's playing for 100,000 points.
Okay.
For
100,000
charity.
points.
100,000 charity points.
Yeah, they go to
Yeah,
charity.
you don't personally need these points. You're set.
Oh, yeah, I've got enough points.
Okay.
I'm just going, these points are going right to
And
charity.
I think now would be a good time just to go ahead and say that for the episode, Lucky, you've got 82 points. So you could really get a lot of points.
Yeah.
How do I have 82 points going in? Is this carrying over from the points I gained last time?
No, the points
It's
do
hard
not.
to it's hard to know.
Yeah, I remember last time I got like -4 points. Or something.
Those records they've been lost. We lost
Gotcha.
those records.
This is a new season, new point system.
I just want to kind of give you guys just a brief primer about how the pyramid is played.
Okay.
The clue giver will have a list of clues and trying to get the guesser to guess them. You cannot use the word that's in the clue or any form of the word that's in the clue.
Okay.
If that happens, I will give you an
Oh, wow,
that
that's
means
a
that you
wow.
got it wrong.
Okay.
But before we go,
But that we just move on, right? We can keep going, go to the next word.
there will be 7 clues.
That's what that trips people up all the time. You get honked because you make a mistake, and then you freeze up. You don't move on to your next word. Keep going. Amber, keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's 7 clues, and you have 30 seconds to get seven.
I don't think
words.
I can do this, Casey.
Okay.
This is too
Well,
much pressure.
Are there categories? How does this
There
work?
is.
It's just-
The categories, I have 3 categories for you, and you have to pick from these categories.
That technically forms a pyramid. I
we'll
guess
give-
one side of a pyramid.
Yeah.
a pyramid
We'll
of
give
concepts.
Amber will be the first clue giver,
Okay.
but Lucky, pick from these categories. I have shove a hand in there, kitten lost its mitten, or green thumb.
Oh.
I mean, we got to go with shove a hand in there
Okay.
as a
That's where
puppeteer.
Lucky and I both will do our best.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me text Amber the clue list.
Okay. And then I'm just saying things until Lucky guesses, but nothing that is part of that word
Correct.
or rhymes with that word.
Shove a hand in there. Amber, describe these terms associated with puppetry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just
now
now
I
getting
get it. Now I get it. Yeah.
Okay. Are we going? We ready?
Hold on. Let me
Okay.
give you a 30
Okay, so
second.
Amber's going to describe terms to me, and I got to say the puppetry term? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, she's just going to try to get you to say puppetry terms.
Okay.
And go.
Can we find out where
This
you
is a
got?
puppet that's got a bunch of strings on it.
That's a marionette.
Miss Piggy is one of these.
She's a Muppet.
This goes on your foot or also on your hand.
That is a sock.
And
Puppet.
it makes, yes, exactly. And this is used with lighting and a scrim.
That's a shadow puppet.
That's right. And he had a nose that got really long because he was a liar.
His name was Pinocchio.
You and I both worked in and walked the boards of a.
And that time's up.
Okay,
But
we
you
did
were
pretty
doing
good.
fantastic. You got 5.
Awesome, Lucky.
Okay.
Good work.
Okay.
That last one was theater, Lucky.
That last
Theater.
one was.
Oh, okay. Walk the boards. I was going to say it was at stage, but that's trot the boards. I don't know.
The Jersey
Where were we
Shore.
on a boardwalk? That's why I was like, where were we on a boardwalk?
Trot the boards. I apologize.
Yeah, perhaps a plank, having to walk the plank somewhere together. You're walking on a board.
Okay.
Trotting
for
the
the
board
next
might be a
category,
Hamlet
actually,
reference.
here's what I'll do. Amber, Christian's going to be the clue giver, but I want you to pick from these categories either green thumb or kitten lost its mitten.
I'm going to go with Kitten Lost Its Mitten.
Oof. All right.
I've sent the list of clues to Christian. Christian, describe for Lucky these things associated with Detroit.
Okay, I'm going for Lucky here.
Yeah, you're giving the clues to Lucky.
Okay.
And begin.
This is a baseball team that Magnum
Tigers.
is a fan of. This is a form of music that has a museum there.
Motown.
No.
R&B, soul, blues,
oh, no.
rhythm and blues, R&B. Motown.
Pass. This is where the Eiffel Tower is. The people that live there are
That's
called
Paris,
this.
France.
Yeah, but there are specific. What do we call those people?
Parisians.
If you were kissing a lady with your tongue or a person with
French.
your tongue.
French
all right.
kissing.
Okay, sorry, time's up. Oh,
30 seconds is fast.
it is fast.
was
We were
rock.
looking for rock and roll.
I know it's in Cleveland. Now that I'm thinking.
But
Yeah,
Detroit,
yeah,
Rock
yeah,
City.
Yeah,
yeah.
All right.
So you got
Detroit
2
Rocks.
that time.
Sorry, Lucky.
No,
You did
that's
great.
okay. What was the clue? Was rock and roll?
Yeah, that was the.
Who came up with that clue?
I did.
The fault is Casey's 100%. I mean,
so Detroit Rock
is
City
a
is
rock
not a
and
thing?
roll tone, but it's Motown.
I think Rock City.
It's called. There's a whole specific name for it.
We want to send that one back to the judges, Casey.
If you ask Alice Cooper, he claims, who is also from Detroit, that Detroit is the birthplace of hard rock and heavy metal.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking MC5. I'm thinking of Ted Nugent, the Motor City Madman.
Right on.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now, Lucky, the final category here is Green Thumb. I'm going to send to you the clue list. You're going to give the clues to Amber and Christian. They both can guess.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Let me.
You're sending me clues. You're texting them to me?
Yes. One second.
And this is, how are they dinging in?
We just
They
yell
just
answer.
can yell it.
The first one to say it? Okay.
And we still get 30 seconds.
Yep, 30 seconds, 7 clues. Lucky, please describe these terms and items associated with marijuana.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Go.
Popeye smokes one, a corn cob one.
A pipe.
Yeah, that's right. You get a fat one off of a plant.
Doobie.
It's also my dad's
Bud.
No,
name. Yes, Bud. I smoke out of these. It's a water
Bong.
pipe.
Bong.
Yes. You get these late at night and you want some
Munchies.
snacking. Yes.
Oh.
Oh man, I'm really.
Hi.
Oh no, rocks.
Stoned.
Yes. Non-smoky. I've been puffing on them this whole time.
Vape.
Yes.
That's
Haman.
time. That's time. 6 that time. Fantastic.
All right. Yeah,
Wow,
good
wow, wow.
showing.
Rastafari
Yeah, okay.
That was
yeah.
the last
was my
one.
last one.
The offensive wig we used to wear on stage at Dad's garage.
I was just about to do the accent, so it's a good thing the thing rang.
Nice.
I mean, those wigs were everywhere.
We had one of the little cap with the dreadlock wigs that was used on
And
stage.
ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go into the winner circle.
Oh my God, there's
Whoa.
There's
The
more.
winner's circle.
In the winner circle, and the thing that I loved about the pyramid is the smug host at the end of the winner. Like, he would get, what about this? Like, he'd give his
Right,
own
he always
clue.
had the perfect
He'd have the
setup.
perfect clue. So in this one,
Like,
I'm
he hasn't
going,
been looking at it the whole fucking
The
show.
whole
He didn't
time.
have it on his card the whole goddamn time.
in the winner circle, you get 60 seconds. I'm going to give the clues, and all 3 of you can guess.
Okay. All right. This is intense.
Okay.
And it's usually not a single word. It's usually like a category.
Okay.
So, but if you can get anything from the category, I'll tell you about it.
All right.
Okay.
We're trying to say like things that you would throw in the trash.
Yes,
like that.
exactly.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
But it's got to match things that you are on your list.
Yeah. We could
Yeah.
just say whatever, right?
You just say whatever.
And we might win.
If you get a part of it, you get it.
Okay.
And 60 seconds starts now. That rug really tied the room together.
Things that Big Lebowski said.
Correct. I pick up food. I put it into
DoorDash.
your mouth.
I'm a hand.
Fork.
Yes.
Things a fork would say.
Yes. Chopsticks. Sumo wrestling.
These are things I
Asian
love
things.
from Japan.
Yes.
Japanophile things.
Cyclops. Wolverine.
Who are the X-Men?
Yes.
The X-Men.
Things with one eyes.
The
Cherries.
Things from the Odyssey.
Pit. Stone
Balloons.
fruit.
red things.
Yes.
99
Pop.
Yes. Biting your fingernails. Picking your nose.
nervous
Bad
habits.
habits.
Yes.
Finger-
Yeah!
Finger
Winner circle winner.
Yay! Wow. We did it.
Wow.
You are the winner of 100,000 points.
That's the most points anybody's
Holy
gotten.
moly. Okay, so now we're back for the second half of our episode.
Nice.
We're going to jump into Act 2. Back at the office, Cyril finds Pam and Cheryl hard at work, wiping and reformatting all the computers because the virus has mutated. Gillette is in his work vest. So I have a question for this. When did Gillette put on his work vest for what jobs?
And when was there some form of uniform situation going on? Because that's clearly a uniform
In season
Vest.
1, he calls it his crisis vest. So this must be a crisis. So he had to put on his
Unspoken, but yeah, a crisis.
And it's always when he's in that room with all the drones, right?
Yes.
So then he's like, get to work. I got to put my crisis vest on.
Yeah, Bilbo's in the back. But I also noticed that this was really a thing I wanted to bring up, and you can see it throughout the episode. Out in the office pool, the ladies at the desks, to a person, every one of them is just sitting still at their desk, not doing anything.
Yeah.
They're just sitting. And it is the funniest goddamn thing because there's like kind of nothing to do. Like, what are they going to do?
Oh, right. Nobody can actually be
Yeah.
working, right?
So they're stuck there.
Yeah.
So they're just
And
they
it
can't
saves
type on their
animation,
computers,
man.
but they're forced to stay.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
So funny.
Mallory made everybody stay.
That's so funny. Archer tries to shoot the door open. Cyril tries again to swoop in and is rejected again. I loved the line, "How? You gonna disappoint it to death?" Then Cheryl's throwing all the computers down the elevator shaft, which really got you this watching, right, Casey?
Oh my God. I don't remember a lot of them. When we were working on it, I have to watch it, tens of times.
Right.
But I don't remember it. And just that cut, we don't do a lot of visual jokes on Archer, but that cut from her straining to then them just getting dumped right down it made me laugh so hard. I had to pause it.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah. When Cyril gets scared and he gets caught trying to put the swan in the safe, and he drops his phone, and then he just smashes his phone. That made me laugh out
He's
loud.
like, I didn't like it anyway.
I didn't like it anyway.
Pam wonders how the elevator will work with the jillion pounds of computers on it, and then Cheryl says, "Who am I, Elijah Otis?"
Yeah,
Right,
there you
and
go.
I think we got called out or something because later maybe Cyril brings this up.
Cyril
Elijah
brings
Otis
it up.
invented
It's in a later
the
episode.
brakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Elijah,
He invented elevator brakes, not the elevator itself.
Yes, he invented a safety device that prevents elevators from falling if the hoisting cables fail.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's going right in the U-arm.
Yeah,
right in
thank
the
you,
Ultimate
Wikipedia.
Archer reference manager.
Cyril's trying to get in touch with Spelvin. Archer comes to see what's going on. Well, for your information, Cyril Figgis knows how to beat the worm. Yeah, I bet. I love to beat the worm.
But even before that is when Krieger gives his Planet of the Apes, right? That's
Yes.
right
Oh,
before
yeah.
the classic.
Yeah, it's where they kill his wife.
Yeah.
And he talks in that weird, high-pitched romance voice.
This is the first time we've seen Mitsuko.
I think so. And she
Yeah,
never
yeah.
had a name until way later in the
Okay.
series.
Yeah, it was just Krieger's
Anime
hologram
bride, your hologram.
Right.
Yeah,
and
it's
does she
like-
pop up a lot? Or like a couple times a season?
Once or twice a season.
Okay.
My
It
favorite
was a
is
good gag to fall back on,
Yeah.
right?
is when Burt Reynolds said, "Is that a ghost?"
I like it. Krieger had like an old timey 3-lens projector in his van that would make her just sit in the, like it looked like an old timey 70s TV projector.
It also bang her in there. Somehow.
Oh my god.
When Archer shoots the vault, he says, "What is this thing made of Wolverine's bones?"
So great.
Oh,
Then
boy.
he says later that Alan Turing
Alan
is his
Turing!
favorite X-Man.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so I wrote this down and I have a question about it. So Cyril says, "Archer, do something." And he says, "Who am I, Alan Turing?" And then he says, "Also from X-Men, remember?" And then Cyril disappears. What is happening? What is that? What is going on there? Do you guys know?
Well, you know Alan Turing, right?
Well, I wrote down that he's an English mathematician and widely considered to be the father of theoretical computer science.
Correct.
Yeah, he built like a big wooden computer that
Like in the
turned
The
40s.
into-
Spruce Goose, he called it, right?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. It could fly, but only for a couple of feet at a time.
Yeah. He also never cut his toenails. And,
Yeah, there's a great movie with Cumberbatch
Benny,
as
yeah,
Alan Turing.
the
That
batch.
guy- he suffered a lot for
poor guy.
his science.
Okay, so what does
So-
this have to do with X-Men?
Nothing.
No,
It
yeah, it was
has
just
nothing
a
to
joke.
do with it. The Wikipedia or the wiki for this episode says that Alan Cumming played Nightcrawler in the
Yeah.
2003 X-Men
he's-
2.
He's confusing them.
I wonder if Adam would have done that or not. Like,
this is what Kevin suggested too. I was like, Kevin, come in here. Tell me what this means. And that's what he thought too. It was like Alan Cumming and Nightcrawler. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I think either way, it's highlighting sort of Archer's a dummy. Either Archer doesn't know the difference between Alan Cumming and Alan Turing. They're both gay individuals, and that's enough for him.
They're both chemically
Alan.
castrated.
Yeah. Or Archer thinks that Alan Cumming was or Alan Turing, the real one, was so impossibly brilliant that he must have been an X-Man.
That's how
that X-Men are real.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Yeah,
is
me
that
too.
he just thinks Alan Turing is an X-Man.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
That
also
they exist.
Cypher, who was a New Mutant and an X-Men who just broke codes.
You're a big fan, Cypher, right?
Yeah, and Warlock. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
By the
I also
way,
think the Alan Cumming reference would sort of date the show, which I think people tried to avoid.
but
right?
if I may, Alan Cumming, host of Traitors,
My favorite show.
Yeah.
and really, it's all about Alan Cumming. The players, I don't really care about it because I'm not a huge.
Anything Alan Cumming appears in is all about Alan Cumming
God.
because
It's
he's
just
the
about
best.
him.
Like there's
It's gotta
nothing
be-
else on screen you want to watch.
It's got to be peak Alan Cumming. Like, he's not more Alan Cumming than he is in the Traitors, right? Like, it's as
It's
much
awesome.
Alan Cumming as you can withstand.
and
legally.
his dog Lala.
My God, I know. And all the costumes, guys, I have to say, Lucky, I don't know if you remember this. Christian, you might too. Back in the day, I decided that I wanted to become a Kentucky Colonel.
Yeah.
But now I've decided that my true wish is to just be on an episode of Traitors.
Okay,
I would die. I would die.
I don't
of
know
happy
what
person.
this show is. What is
Oh my
this
God,
show
you should
you're
watch
talking
it. It's so fun. It's like, you know the game, the
Werewolf.
game Mafia or Werewolf?
Mafia.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's
Yeah,
basically that in a reality show at a castle at Alan Cumming's castle.
in Scotland.
Scotland.
Yeah, say no more. That's brilliant.
It's incredible.
That's great.
The episode with Ron Funches, or the season with Ron Funches, was
I
the
love
last
that guy.
season.
Oh, so is
Latest
it like a
season.
season arc? Do they
Yeah.
do like a full season
Well,
with
they
a
do-
guest?
it's
or
It's a
something?
reality game show.
Yeah, so people get voted off. And,
Oh, okay, great.
And there's usually a lot of reality stars on it, but then every once in a while they'll have an actor or two and a comedian, and it's fantastic. You have to watch it. Okay.
I don't
so-
know if Ron Funches likes Archer, but we should get him on the
Oh
show.
my God, I would love to talk
He's
to
the
Ron Funches.
fucking best. Oh, poorly drawn lines. He was
Poorly
on
Drawn Lines. He did a voice on that, and he was so great. And we got a season of that show that was really awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it was
does have
amazing.
such a unique voice. It's so recognizable.
I was a Devil Skull on that show.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
one of my favorite. I edited that episode.
Yeah,
It's one of my
It was great.
favorites.
I love that Devil Skull.
Okay, so Cyril meets Spelvin at his apartment and finds out that getting the list was his intent all along. And Cyril says, I just wanted to show them. And he says, them? Or maybe your father who never thought you quite measured up. Hey, how did you know that? I don't know, just a guess, really.
Right. Yeah, all the signs are there.
It's so all over him, right?
Yeah.
Cyril will procure the money to buy the list back through the power of accounting. And then Cyril confesses everything to Archer, and he agrees to help for $50,000.
Yeah.
And that's the end of Act 2.
Man,
The
this
thing is, he didn't even know there was money first. He just he's surprised at the 50K.
the end of this act ends on do you not? And the timing on that is very, very Archer. There's like just the way it times out. I forget the exact line, but it ends on do you. And it's also what
It's
ends the episode.
you have a shoemaker.
Right, yeah.
Right. Because he wants to take all the suits and
He's taking.
shoes that Cyril's
He's
gotten.
gonna take Cyril's money and the suits. He's like, I spent $3,000 on the suits and the shoes, and he's like, mine. Take the suits to my tailor and the shoes to my shoemaker.
But
He's
it
like, you
is
have
a
a
great.
shoemaker?
It happens at the end of Act 2, and then they hit the same timing at the end of Act 3, right into the credits. Really, really.
Yeah,
nice.
well,
That's a big
totally.
job.
About
What
the
is,
Japanese
can
bath.
you describe what exactly it is? Is it the pause that's the right amount of time, or kind of what's happening there?
There's usually a setup line, a response, and then the out for the scene. And the timing of that is like down to frames, discussed over and over again in the meetings and through.
100%. Like there's just like it's the perfect amount of space between the setup and the punch right? That it might change scene specific or whatever, but there will just be this bam, that's the magic spot versus, I mean, it's kind of funny there.
Yeah,
Right,
and that was one of the things people always talked about in the early days, critics, about why Archer was so great, and it was all this timing and editing stuff, for sure.
100%.
Whatever was the first version of those edits I would present was never the one we used, but it was always because it was like, maybe it even got back to what it was, but it was always a discussion of like, how does it feel?
First
like,
versions are meant to be slaughtered, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, watch it 30 times.
And we've talked about this at being like the evolution of an Adult Swim kind of...
Right, timing joke.
Yeah.
You would spend 30 seconds on marching ants.
It's almost like the anti-crafting a joke, like where it's like, I got my setup and my punch. Yeah, you're like, deconstructing it.
Yeah, you intentionally break your own joke.
Okay, let's move on to Act 3. Archer and Cyril head to Spelvin's. Cyril hands him a briefcase, and he opens it to find a muffin. Which is so funny, because he was carrying it like this, and then turns it over, opens it.
That is a Frisky Dingo reference. Xander Cruz had a briefcase with just a muffin on a plate in it. I remember, I think I drew that muffin originally.
I had no idea.
The drawing in Archer is totally based on the drawing from.
It's not the same thing.
It's not even but it's not like we tried to draw a more realistic muffin. It's like it's got to look exactly like the one from Frisky Dingo. That's great.
I wonder how many people on Earth got it when they saw it. Maybe 7.
Zero.
And it was
the 7 that made the show.
Yeah. In Frisky Dingo, it was like somebody looks in his briefcase.
So like, what do you even have in here?
What do you have in there? And it was just that muffin on a plate. Because Xander Cruz was such an idiot.
So funny. So Archer busts in. He's demanding the list. He's distracted and then injured by the sexy ninjas.
Yeah.
A fight ensues. Cyril's useless until he's had enough of Spelvin's taunting and then shoots the server. Yeah. All right, Archer, you win this round. And then Cyril says, well, technically, I won it. And then Cyril asks Archer not to tell anyone.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Does this ever come back up? Does Archer keep his promise? Do we know if he ever used this against Cyril?
I don't recall it,
Yeah.
but it might have. But
This was a great Cyril episode. I mean, it
doubt
really
it,
illuminated so much.
Oh yeah, 100%. It shows both. Cyril grows in this one for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like he does step up and does something at the end to.
I love.
Fuck up.
There's one read I love from Peter Serafinowicz where he goes, Keiko-chan.
Is that where he calls for the katana?
Give Archer the sword.
Yeah, it's so good. I loved the ninja babes. Oh, and I loved the line, well, ninjas are sexy from Cyril.
Right? One of the, Spelvin says it, where it's like, I expected this to be filled with knockout gas.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a real thing. And I remember us looking up, like, I think this is just a Hollywood construct. There is no such thing as a knockout gas. Like,
right, an instant knockout gas. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Because it would probably
what would
you.
it be? People would be using that shit all
Just
the time.
poison.
I mean, like there was the old chloroform situation back in the day where
which
you
you just
have to
need to
soak a
splash.
hanky and they go,
In the movies, you just splash it on a rag and it instantly...
yeah, and then do
puts
this
somebody
and then
to
they're
sleep.
out.
Yeah.
Except
Just
for
like if-
they'll breathe for 30 seconds calmly right now.
I think that Archer pointed out that I love is bonking a guy on the head to knock him out is really bad for them. You're unconscious because you have a concussion. And that's terrible for you.
When he gets bonked on the head, it's so funny. Okay, this is serious. So going into trivia, Lucky, you have 100,082 points. Okay? And Casey, you have negative 45 points.
Just for the rock and roll?
Yeah, for the rock and roll thing. But then you earned back 150 points.
Oh.
So now you have 155 points.
Nice.
Christian, you have 40 points.
Okay.
And I have 0 points.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not going to give myself points because that would be That'd be unfair.
At this point, yeah. That's
Okay.
you could really hear the plunger on the end of that on the end of that wall.
All right, into trivia. Lucky, in this episode there was a pirate virus on
There
the
was.
computers. What is considered the golden age of piracy?
I mean, what do you mean by what is considered? Am I
What
supposed to give you
time period?
Dates?
Yes, some years.
Somewhere around the 17th, 18th centuries. Maybe a bit in the 16th century.
Somewhere around this 300.
Dude, what am I supposed to say? 1792? Like, where am I going
Dude,
here?
that's
In the Caribbean way?
it's perfect.
Johnny Depp.
All those answers are great. It's usually considered 1650 to 1730.
Okay,
But,
I wouldn't have I would have no idea either.
Sorry, I was absent that day.
But
We did
there's
that in
also
class.
what are the earliest pirates that we know of, Christian?
The enigmatic sea people who
around 1350 BC, the enigmatic sea people wrote.
they raided settlements along the Mediterranean and caused a 400-year dark age.
What did their boats look like?
They were like longboat. Well, we only know what they look like based on Pharaoh Ramses III's funerary portrait that he had carved, and they look like longboats. That's the long answer.
Lucky, can you name two famous female pirates?
Yes, there was Anne Bonny.
Anne Bonny.
And there was, oh shit, can I name the other one? There was like, God damn it, I used to know her name. No, I can't.
Mary Read.
Mary Poppins.
And I believe they both served under John Rackham.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of Rackham Sackham Robot.
Calico Jack Rackham. He is, I believe his is the skull and crossed swords.
Okay.
The ubiquitous pirate flag is Jack Rackham.
Oh, and the Rackham Roll Hall of Fame.
The
Yes.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in
Well, located in Detroit, Michigan,
It's in Detroit.
home of the River Pirates.
on a big
the
pirate
famous
boat.
baseball team, the River Pirates.
I did read also that Anne Bonny and Mary Read cross-dressed as men on the pirate ship.
You sort of
pretty
used
cool.
to have to do that back in the day.
They just
if
wore
you were a lady
pants,
who
and
wanted
everybody's
to
like they
serve.
cross-dress, but they're just wearing pants.
It's
Lucky
sensible.
Lucky, when you would encounter that, how did it make you feel when you would meet a cross-dressing pirate in the 1700s?
I would immediately take them out on a date.
Okay, nice.
I'd say, come here, you rascal.
Casey, is there going to be an opportunity for Lucky to bet his 100,000 points?
Well, he doesn't
Can
have
Can I go
100,000
double
anymore.
or nothing on something?
Sure.
Okay, you want to go double or nothing on this next question?
Yeah, go double or nothing on
Yeah,
this next-
fuck yeah, we're
So
going
right-
double or nothing.
Right now, you have 99,587 points.
Okay, sounds like a true daily double to me.
Could double.
In this episode, Krieger gives his famous "No, you maniacs, you blew her up"
Yes.
speech,
Yep.
and that is from what movie?
It's the original Planet of the Apes.
And what year was that?
1968?
68 is correct.
Ooh,
Who
nice.
wrote the
Nailed.
screenplay for the 1960?
Rod Serling.
Correct. Michael Williams and Rod Serling. Taylor, who is Charlton Heston's character, is given a nickname. Ooh. What is the nickname he's given in Planet of the Apes?
Bright Eyes.
Oh,
Excellent.
man. Great band.
And Bright Eyes is a late 90s, 2000s era band in what genre?
Oh, Jesus, I don't know what music was called back then. Fucking,
They're known for...
emo?
It is emo! Oh, my God!
Nailed all of them.
Wow.
Wow.
Shit.
We need a
Holy
tally.
shit. I've got a lot of math to do, guys.
As you do that, I'll move on to the next question.
Okay.
Cyril says he's a pretty kick-ass accountant. In 2016, there's an action thriller called The Accountant, starring who?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
That would be Ben Batman Affleck.
Oh, nice.
Ben Affleck.
Have
are
you seen the
killing
sequel?
us.
Is your question based on?
I have not seen either accountant movies, but I heard that first one's good.
I just see the end of it a lot on TNT or TBS. Like, as I'm waiting to watch wrestling, I see the end of the accountant.
His brother comes back for the second one.
Casey does?
What?
Not you, Casey. Casey Affleck.
Yeah, John Barenthal.
John Barenthal plays his brother. Right. The Punisher.
What is Ben Affleck's character's name in The Accountant? It's a really good name.
It's Jim Accountantman.
Yeah, it's like Mindy McNumbers.
Yeah.
It's Christian Wolf.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then
he's a lone wolf, but he has his own and a vampire.
In the final scene, Dana, played by Anna Kendrick, receives a dogs playing poker painting. But what's hidden underneath that painting?
A dog biscuit.
That would make sense.
You've got so many points now, you don't even care.
Yeah.
Well, I don't. I've never seen The Accountant. So
this is the only part I see because it's right
these
at
are
the
insane. Numbers to a bank account.
Hidden underneath dogs playing poker is an original Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh.
Okay, right.
Also, John Lithgow is in The Accountant for bonus points. In the new Harry Potter series, who is John Lithgow playing?
Dumbledore. He does it on his knees. Yeah, he plays it as a.
Do you think
halfway.
Harry going to make an appearance in the new Harry Potter? I mean, of the Hendersons.
Hey, remember me? Get back in the woods!
Get out of here! We don't want you around here anymore.
Hagrid, what are you doing?
Hagrid.
Sorry, he just wanted out. He wanted out for 3 seconds.
And finally, Lucky, do you have anything you want to plug?
This show. No.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Guys, this is the first time I've ever had to use a calculator.
yeah, nice.
And
Hey,
man,
no shame in it.
it got crazy. Let me just show you what my math looks like.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
I see a big
that.
5, a 3, and a 6.
Okay. So you're fine, and I'm not sure how double or nothing works, but I just took all the points.
It's all right there in the name.
It is. If you get it right, you get double. If you don't, you
Right.
Explain it to me more.
Right. So you have he had, let me just say, he had 99,587 points. Plus he was getting points for each question that I was then doubling.
Oh, wow.
And then I added that to his 99,587 points. Wow. And so your total for this episode is 100,896 points, which is easily the most points anybody's ever made.
Well, until, the next episode when you start awarding millions just for shits and giggles.
That's next
And then
season. We'll
suddenly
step up.
I'm chump change down here with my measly 180 grand.
We did say these points were going to charity. Lucky, what charity were you playing for?
I'm going to the Home for the Pointless.
Oh. Wow.
I'm going to share my points with those who have no point.
That is so nice. And I will say, you got so many points because you were playing a game called $100,000 Pyramid, so we don't usually play that game.
Yeah,
Wow.
and they usually cap it off at 10,000, but not here.
Not here, because we have so much to give.
It's really funny because in research for it, it started as $10,000, then it went to $25,000, then $50,000, and now it's $100,000.
Wow.
That's what Strahan's still doing, the 100,000?
Strahan, and before Strahan, Donny Osmond was the host.
Right, yeah.
And I will say that about going back to traders, the amount of money that they win is always like, who cares? It's like $40,000.
Yeah, it's more about being on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
Than
Because
the
there's
cash.
housewives of, rich town on there.
Yep.
Guys, it's been such a fun episode. Lucky, thank you so much for being
Absolutely,
on our
my
episode.
pleasure. Good times.
This has been Rephrasing, an Archer Rewatch podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at rephrasingpod. Email us questions at rephrasingpod@gmail.com. Please, no pictures of your penis. That's just inviting pictures of their penis, isn't it? Rephrasing is produced by Amber Nash, Casey Willis, and Christian Danley. Our theme music is by Matt Hobbs. FX's Archer is now streaming on Hulu. We're so excited to be a Maximum Fun podcast this season, and we'd like to thank all of the Max Fun members that support our show. If you're not a member yet and you'd like to become one, go to maxfun.org/join.